Hey YouTube, Splatter Trigger here, and today I have another unboxing package vid from a package I received from another YouTuber, and most of you already know him from a video I did a few months ago, 6 months ago probably. It was 28steryan, and he's a British handheld gamer out of obviously Britain, UK, Blackpool area, and excuse me, he's a good friend of mine on here, and I don't know what it is, buddy, but every time I do one of your videos, the first take something happens, and when I get through it, even without editing, I have some issues. And the problem this time was where I originally had the camera positioned, I didn't realize the sun was coming in through the window, and you had to glare across it until after I reviewed the footage. So here's take two, and everything is actually opened already. So my initial responses probably are going to be diminished here, but for all you guys, this is another shot at it. So Steve, first and foremost, thank you, and I will be leaving a link to his channel for you other YouTubers in the description box. And he sent me a package, like I said, and he left me a note saying posted some bits that hopefully you'll like. Hope you've got neither of the DS games. If so, just trade them in. I thought you might also like a UK SNES controller. I personally think they look better. Enjoy and cheers for the Wario Twisted Steve. P.S. I put a UK paper in there too. The thing is apparently in the UK, as opposed to American newspapers are heavily censored, and in the UK they're not so censored, is the best way I can put it. So he was nice enough to send me a newspaper from the UK, and I will get to this later. Stick around, I'll get to that in a minute. So he first sent me a PAL UK Super Nintendo controller. You can see the different colored buttons are there. And I know there was a third party that in the States put out something that looked very similar, but I have that controller, and I have the original SNES controller for the North America system, but I don't have them on. I have them on, but they're not out of the box yet to compare them. But most of you in the U.S., this is what the UK Super Nintendo controller looked like. Next up, he sent me a couple of DS games, and first is Tom Clancy's End War, which I've never played before. I'll put the glare on that. I've never played any of Tom Clancy's games, even like the Rainbow Six franchise. This one, I believe it's a strategy game. I'll give it a shot. It's really not up my alley, but I don't appreciate the fact, and I'm going to try to see if I can broaden my horizons and give it a shot, Steve. So thanks. Also inside Tom Clancy's End War, Steve likes to hide little things inside his packages, and he put in these stickers. Well, you can see that. The next DS game that he sent my way, I was actually looking into picking up eventually myself, but it's EA's Orcs and Elves. Never actually played it. And as you guys can see, the PAL cases are a little thicker than the American ones, and they're clear as well. And finally, the last two items that he sent my way are Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, episodes 1 through 4, I believe, are on here. Most of you anime fans are going to crucify me here, but I've never even watched the original Ghost in the Shell. So I know it's a good series. It's just anime besides Berserk and Record of Lodoss War I've never really got into, but why not give it a shot? I've heard great things about the original, so I'll probably have to go back and pick that up and watch it first before getting into the series. And yes, Steve, I have a my Toshiba DVD player will play region free. And finally, what last thing he sent me was, I believe this was I know it's a limited edition, but I think it was a pre-order or pickup kind of bonus for when Chrono Trigger was released on the DS over in the UK. I think this is the one he talked to me about before. But as you can see, it's a music CD, and it has 2 tracks on here: Chrono Trigger Orchestra version and Chrono Trigger Melody Orchestra version. So that's pretty sweet, man. It's still sealed. I might actually have to rip this sucker open and listen to it. But once again, thanks a lot, Steve. You're a kick-ass friend. And hopefully I'll grab some bits and bobs around here and send them your way.